Hey, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashimi, Hawashai, Bahashima Kakadashi, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give whatever honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who has taught me this truth. I want to give peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth from us like to do. So it's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, I can get something from this video. I was watching a video, man, leaving the plantation just now, right? As I was walking out, I was watching a video on a video popped up about the Rothschilds, you know what I mean, and how they got their riches and all that, you know what I mean, and where their name come from. It was a brief video, like a 30-minute video, and I watched it, man, and you know, it goes because they're, you know, they're small hats, man. So it goes to show you, man, that, you know, they don't fit biblical prophecy. They don't, you know what I mean. They don't, right? You know, you had the first guy, I forget his name. I think his name is like William or some shit like that, right? Older guy. You know, I guess he became, I don't know if his name William, I don't know, but their forefather, right, had became, you know, basically a financial, you know, advisor or manager for the, you know, for the ruler at that time, the Catholic ruler at that time. Right. And, you know, I guess he earned riches or whatever. And he started it, you know, building banks, you know what I mean? And he had 4 or 5 sons, I think 5 sons that built banks behind him. And what happened, you know, how they got their riches is off of basically interest, you know what I mean? And they funded wars. OK, so, you know, in the 19th century. So, you know, if a country was going to war, but they didn't have any money, right? They didn't have any money. The Rothschilds would lend them money, and then they would pay them, the country would pay them back interest. Okay. And that's how they got that's how, you know, they started off with their riches. Right. But then, you know, if you pause that, right, and you go to the curses, okay, scriptures tell you that Jake will come down low and the other nations will come up high, right? Now, they started as, you know, they didn't start off wealthy. You know, they started off as, you know, regular, you know, living in so-called ghettos, you know, in so-called ghettos in Israel, I guess, right? But they were able to come up, you know, out of that through interest, right? Through loaning money, right? And when you sit back and you peel it back, right, they don't, what curse or what happened besides them starting from where they started at, what do they fit? What prophecy, like what, you know what I'm saying? What curse do they fit, man? Where is the, you know, hatred amongst each other? Where is, you know, the father leaving the house? If nothing else, their father helped start, you know, a wealthy family, right? So what did, you know, where did the curses fit? See, when you go to Jake, when you go to the real Israelites, man, you know, we fit all the curses. I'm talking about daddy not in the house, mama getting into it with the kids, right? We're low, man. We, you know, I grew up, you know, on food stamps, man. So it you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my father sold, you know, drugs, man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're, you know what I'm saying? We're in, you know, eventually didn't have shit. You know what I mean? Eventually just came to, all that shit came to naught. They shit didn't come to naught. They shit still going. They have, you know, up to $20 billion in real estate. You know? $20 billion in real estate in some of the world's most, you know, some of the world's most expensive arts they own. You know, there are some of the most expensive art pieces they own in these museums and things of that nature, you know, and they own tons of gold, right? What's showing you that the real wealth is gold, you know, which the dollar used to be backed by, but really it's not backed by anything now, right? But this goes to show you that, hey, man, look, you know, they got money off of, they got their capital off of funding wars and things of that nature, man. That's, you know, that's what they got the capital off of. And if you look today, they're still the wealthiest, you know, one of the wealthiest families on this earth. Okay, they still one of the wealthiest families of this earth, still buying things, right? I was in part of the video. They got land the size of, Manhattan. They got estates. They got houses. They got properties. They got land, right? They have a real wealth. Okay, they have real wealth, and they control, most of the money. Now the guy in the video was making it seem like, oh, it was a myth. You'll hear conspiracy theories about, them being worth $500 trillion. But if you think about it, I mean, it's just, they've been getting money since the 19th century. And they spent a lot of money, not just and they date down their history, right? They date down, they was able to keep their name alive through the 19th century. So where did slavery come into play? Because when we went into captivity, we weren't able to keep our names. We adopted plantation names. We adopted, the Mitchells, Whites, Tates, Johnsons, right? Jones, right? We adopted these plantation names were put on us. So the names that we came over here with, well, really when we fled out of Jerusalem to go to Africa, the west coast part of Africa, really throughout, our names wasn't kept. But that goes to show you that we were put in a captivity, fitting the curses, fitting prophecy. Okay, so it brings me back to the question: what do you guys need to be saved from? Okay, what do you need to be saved from? Okay, when has your family been in captivity? Okay, no, you guys have wealth. You're not. The scriptures tell you they're not. What does it say? It says they're not in trouble as other men. They speak lawfully concerning oppression because they've never really been oppressed. They've never really been oppressed, man. Okay? See, people look at them for, like, that was supposed to be a motivational video. But I know the truth. Okay? This ain't no motivation. Man, it's and they really didn't get to the nitty gritty about what was going on. You know what I mean? As far as what they do to the medicine. You know what I mean? With how they control the earth. How they keep people underneath their foot so therefore they can receive riches. How slavery profited the majority of the riches that America has. Okay, that's where you get into like the other families that got money and things of that nature, like the families that profited off of businesses or that businesses profited that profited off of slavery. Now you got like the Apostle Gabar did a video, right? Basically breaking down the businesses that still exist today that profited off of slavery, man. You understand what I'm saying? So the real slavery, the real, H word, right, which I can't say, was us coming to America and us being in America. This is the worst captivity known to man, and one of the reasons why it's the worst captivity is because we still gotta tell the truth about who Jake really is. These niggas really think they African Americans, man, or black. What were you called before Negro? What were you called before African American? What were you called before nigger? What were you called before black? What were you called before Afro American? What were you called before these things, man? Okay? That's what you got to get into and realize, man. What were you called before these things? What language did, if you look at the, Gad, if you look at Gad, if you look at, the Aztecs, if you look at,